What if I told you that 2 ingredients already sitting in your kitchen could make your next cold or flu a whole lot easier to deal with? Not a cure, but something that helps soothe your throat, calm your cough, and actually help you sleep. Today, we're taking a clear, honest look at the honey and onion remedy, why people swear by it, what the science actually says, and how to make it safely at home. Let's get into it. So, when people talk about the honey and onion remedy, they're usually talking about a homemade syrup. You slice up an onion, layer it with honey, let it sit for a few hours, and the mixture starts releasing a sweet, slightly spicy liquid. You take a spoonful when you're coughing, when your throat feels raw, or when you can't sleep because of that irritating tickle. It became popular because it's cheap, natural, and honestly pretty comforting when you feel awful. Now, I want to start with the part that actually has strong evidence behind it, which is the honey. Honey isn't just sweet. It naturally contains antioxidants, enzymes, and a mild antimicrobial effect. In simple terms, it can help slow the growth of certain bacteria and soothe irritated tissues. But here's what I personally think makes it most useful. Honey coats the throat. When you have that dry, scratchy, keep you up all night cough, that coating effect matters a lot. There's real research showing honey helps reduce nighttime coughing in kids older than 1 year. It's one of the few natural remedies that has been repeatedly shown to help families get better sleep during a cold. And if you're an adult, the effect is similar. In my opinion, honey shines because it makes you feel human again when you're sick. It doesn't cure anything, but it makes it easier to rest, which your immune system absolutely needs. Now let's talk about onions. This is where things shift from strong evidence to more traditional and folk use. But it still makes sense when you look at what's inside an onion. Onions contain sulfur compounds, including allicin, which is also found in garlic. These compounds can have antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory effects. They also contain quercetin, a plant antioxidant that may help support your airways and reduce irritation. When you slice an onion, those strong fumes and that intense smell come from the sulfur compounds being released. And when you mix the onion with honey, those compounds slowly pull into the syrup. While research isn't as strong here, onion has been used for generations to help with congestion, mucus, and that heavy feeling in your sinuses. I've personally tried onion remedies when I was congested, and even if it wasn't a miracle, it definitely made my airways feel a little more open. So when you combine honey and onion, you get something that's soothing, slightly antimicrobial, a little anti-inflammatory, and genuinely comforting. The honey part is the science-backed hero. The onion part is more tradition mixed with a bit of logic. Together, they make a syrup that people still use today for a reason. Now let's talk about the honey itself, because the type of honey you use actually matters. Raw honey is my personal favorite because it still contains the natural enzymes and antioxidants that get destroyed when honey is excessively processed. If you open a jar of raw honey, you'll notice it looks thicker, sometimes a bit cloudy. That's a good sign. Manuka honey is another option. It's famous for its strong antibacterial activity. In my opinion, you don't need Manuka honey for a simple cold remedy. It's great, but it's also expensive. Good raw honey or even decent store honey can work just fine for soothing your throat. Then there's local honey. People love local honey for allergies. And here's the honest truth. The evidence is mixed. Some people feel better, others don't notice anything. Local honey contains tiny amounts of local pollen, which is why people think it helps with seasonal allergies. But the science isn't strong enough to make that a guaranteed solution. For colds and flu, local honey works the same way any honey does. It's the soothing effect that matters. Now I want to talk about safety because this part is extremely important. Honey should never be given to children under 1 year old. Their immune and digestive systems are too undeveloped to handle certain bacteria that might be present in honey, even high quality honey. There's a risk of infant botulism, which is rare but serious, so just avoid honey entirely for babies. If you have allergies to bee products, obviously, this remedy isn't for you. If you're someone who manages blood sugar because of diabetes or insulin resistance, keep in mind that honey will raise your blood sugar just like any sugar would. 1 teaspoon at a time is usually more manageable, but always listen to your medical provider. Onions can also interact with certain medications, especially blood thinners, although the risk is small. If you're on complex medication routines, it's always good to double check. And now, let's move on to the recipe, because this is the part most people want. Take 1 medium medium onion. Slice it thin. The thinner you slice it, the more juices you'll extract. Then take about half a cup of honey. Raw honey works great here. Start layering the onion and the honey in a clean glass jar. A layer of onions, a spoonful of honey, another layer of onions, another spoonful of honey. Keep going until the jar is almost full. Press it down slightly so the honey starts pulling liquid from the onion. You don't need heat, you don't need to cook anything. Just close the jar and let it sit at room temperature for about 3 to 4 hours. Overnight is even better. When you open it the next day, there will be a pool of syrup at the bottom. You can take 1 to 2 teaspoons every few hours as needed. Kids older than 1 year can take about half to 1 teaspoon. Store it in the fridge and use it within 3 days. If you want to add a little extra something, ginger slices are amazing for inflammation and warmth. Lemon adds vitamin C and brightness. A pinch of turmeric or black pepper adds an anti-inflammatory kick. You can tailor it however you like. Now let's be real. Honey and onion syrup are helpful, but they're not enough on their own. So here's what I personally think creates the best recovery routine. Warm fluids are your best friend. Tea, broth, warm lemon water. These help loosen mucus and keep your throat comfortable. Rest is huge. I know it's obvious, but it's the #1 thing most people skip. Your immune system is stronger when you slow down. Electrolytes help a lot too, especially if you're sweating or not drinking enough. Food-wise, choose things that are easy to digest. Soups, fruits, steamed vegetables, eggs, oatmeal. And chicken soup honestly does help, not because it's magic, but because it's warm, hydrating, and full of nutrients. Here are a few things not to do. Don't overload on sugar, thinking it will give you energy. It will make you feel worse. Don't take huge amounts of honey thinking it'll cure you faster. It won't. And don't assume honey and onion will prevent flu or stop a cold from happening. They're supportive, not curative. In my opinion, honey and onion syrup is one of those remedies that doesn't promise miracles, but offers genuine comfort in a moment when you really need it. And sometimes comfort, sleep, hydration, and warmth are exactly what help your body recover faster. And that's it. I have also made a video on how eating 2 Brazilian nuts, shocking, change your health. Watch this next.